Welcome back to Animal Crossing New Horizons. I'm dear darling, as we see what's going on our lovely island of Fawnhallow today, where we'll be talking about whatever's next on the holiday checklist of conversational intrigue. I couldn't think how to end that sentence because I wanted to say conversation. I was like, I can't say conversational conversation, that doesn't make sense. Intrigue is perhaps putting too much of a spin on it, but nonetheless. Oh, the next thing is a Coldplay concert. Okay, well that's a pretty big thing, to be honest. So, I don't even know where we'll start, but hello everyone. Right now in Fawnhallow it's 6:07 p.m. on Friday, June 21st, 2024. So yeah, I mean, like, I've talked about musical concerts before. You know, go back to like Blackpink in your. I probably didn't call it Blackpink, to be perfectly honest. I might have called it the Animal Crossing episode, like in your area or something. I don't know. Anyway, I've been to musical concerts before. One of them being Blackpink, another one being, I can't even remember his name. Quinn XCX, is that his name? I'm not like a huge one for concerts, mainly because there's might as well keep that one. There's not like a huge amount of music. Well, for one, I do like music. Don't get me wrong. I love music. But I'm not also someone who listens to a lot of music weirdly. I feel like it's a thing with me a lot because I love the theory of things, but then I don't actually engage with the practicality of things quite a lot. Like the concept of music, fantastic. Do I listen to that much music compared to the average person? Not really, to be honest. Because the music I want to listen to, I've said this before, is music that makes me think about a story or something which I like, I suppose. Like that's kind of why I tend to end up listening to a lot of video game music or things in general, because like that music makes me think about like the story that's being built in the game or whatever. Etc. Etc. It doesn't matter. Anyway, went to a Coldplay concert, which is in Athens. If you don't know, Coldplay's like on a world tour. They've been on like a world tour for like 2 years or something. I don't know, like an extremely long time. But this was basically the sort of lifeblood of this trip. It was largely motivated by this. Because I can't remember the exact timeline. I think we tried to get the London tickets, but then we couldn't. And then we were like, oh, Athens is available. Let's try and get Athens. And then it's like, okay, we also wanted to have like a trip somewhere during summer, just a small group of us. And we were like, Athens seems fine. Why not? So things that sort of came together. It took place in the Olympic Stadium in Athens. There was just 4 of us in total. We split up into 2 pairs. I sat with a friend who, like, me and him, we were like, we're okay, like Coldplay. Like, we like Coldplay, but we're not like super fans. And the other 2 who are like probably bigger fans, went like slightly closer to the front. By slightly closer, I only mean like 4 rows closer. The amusing part is we were basically sat next to a load of tarp, but like we're almost as far back as you can get from the actual concert stage itself, but just even more amusingly, like the entire section to the left of us was covered in black tarp because you weren't allowed to sit there because there was a big screen above us essentially and you wouldn't be able to see anything. So we were just sort of chilling there, sitting there. Coldplay's doing this like cool thing with like eco-friendliness on the thing, so you can bring in like water bottles to like fill up and drink, and they have like these recyclable like milk cartons instead of plastic bottles, which is pretty cool, to be honest. But yeah, they also gave out like these wristbands, which are sort of like light up things, which, you know, coordinated with a show, which was super cool. Apparently there's exercise bikes. I didn't know where they were. I didn't see them, but apparently a lot of the concerts had exercise bikes, which you can be on during the show to like help generate electricity. Probably not much. That one's probably more of a stunt, if anything, but it's kind of cool. They had dance floors. If you got standing room tickets, they had like these dance floors areas where you could jump up and down on, and it would generate electricity somehow. I don't really know. My guess is, you know, anything which is moving, you immediately go, what do you go? Magnets and a coil inducing electricity. Well, okay, maybe you don't, but I do. So yeah, Coldplay, like, I like Coldplay songs, like, but I basically don't know that many of them. I only really know the older stuff. So, you know, Viva La Vida, I know very well. That was like in the peak of heyday, I suppose, of pop music. For me, like in my childhood, I mean. I know Clocks, I know Yellow, I know Paradise. Paradise, I would basically say, is like one of the last songs I know. I do know Sky Full of Stars, and I know part of what's it called? Legends? Fables? No, something just like this. That's what it's called. It's completely different. But you know, one goes, I saw the pics of old, the legends and the myths. That one. I don't know why I chose to sing it up the octave, but still. I turned the books of old, the books of old, the legends. Okay, that's because I can't sing it down the octave. That's why I went up the octave. What an awkward. Anyway, sorry. What am I talking about? Let's sit down and talk. This is not a walk around and talk sort of episode. But yeah, we went to a Coldplay concert, and yeah, I like our songs. Yeah, I don't have anything against Coldplay. I think they're a pretty cool band. They're like very universally popular, right? Even not as a super fan, I think most people will be like, yeah, you know, I know some Coldplay songs, and I still like them. And yeah. Who was opening? I can't remember. There's a Greek act who opened, who I did not know. Very pretty decent. And then there's Maisie Peters, who I don't know. I didn't know either. I thought some of her songs were pretty decent as well, pretty good. I described Maisie Peters as having this sort of like adorable Disney princess sort of energy, from the way, like, you know, she gave me like modern Disney princess vibes. But yeah, her songs were pretty fun. Like, what was she like? I won the breakup, and not another rock star, or something like that. I can't remember how it goes. But yeah, anyway, so they had the intro, and then, you know, Coldplay came on at like 9 p.m. It was already like nighttime or whatever, which is where the light up wristbands went into play. Where basically during the songs, they would light up to like coordinate with some of them, not all of them. Like, I definitely think they could have done more, in my opinion, because I'm like, they had a lot of cool stuff going on with it, and then they had like a huge break in like the second half where basically none of the songs used it. And then they brought it back for like some of the finale songs. I need to like look at the set list because I can't even remember what played. I'm gonna be honest, I did not know a lot of the songs. So so I went on June 9th, and I guess we'll get on to what happened at the very end. But okay, let's see. Higher Power, didn't know. Adventure of a Lifetime, didn't know. Paradise, my favourite Coldplay song, very much new. I was singing along, sort of. Scientist I heard the title of, and I feel like I should know, but I didn't actually know. Viva La Vida, it was a crazy one. Everyone's super hype about Viva La Vida. Probably the only Coldplay song I know most of the lyrics for. Him for Weekend, don't know. Up and Up, didn't. Oh yeah, that was cool. He like invited fans on stage, and they requested like Up and Up. I can't imagine what it'd be like. I thought during that moment it'd be like, how awkward it'd be if he like invited me up on stage, because I would just be there and be like, oh, like I'm not that crazy big a fan or anything. Not like I don't. It's not I dislike you. I do like your songs. You kind of like already played the songs I wanted to hear. I could not name any other songs that weren't already in the set list. So it'd be very awkward. So luckily I didn't. When we played Politic, I do know there's this funny story behind it where a friend basically, like, while we're getting ready for a thing, and he was like playing to me like the set list of the songs while we're basically on the train. Before like one we're playing or anything like that, he was like, okay, let's play Prank. He's a bit of a, you know, he's a bit of it in not Incinerator, what's the word, Instigator, where he was like, all right, let's do like this Prank. You're gonna listen to the song Politic, and we're gonna pretend it's your favorite Coldplay song. What's a prank here? I don't really know, but I was like, all right, whatever, let's go along with it. So he was like, okay, just like memorize that intro in your head, and then he just kept going around, be like, oh yeah, Dear Darling's favorite song is like Politic or whatever, to my other friend who is a big Coldplay fan. And I don't know what the payoff. I think the payoff was meant to be when it came on. I was meant to just like go crazy, be like, oh, it's my favorite song, and then like for my friend who is a fan of Coldplay would be like super impressed, be like, whoa, you actually know that song, Dear Darling? And I'd be like, yeah, it's my favorite. Except for we didn't sit together because our seats were separated, so that didn't even happen. The only payoff, I suppose, in the end, there was no payoff really. And it was even funnier because when he played Politic, I did not even recognise it because he played it on the piano, I think. I had no idea that was the song he was playing, so I didn't recognise it from its very like strong opening sound. Played Yellow. All the lights of wristbands went lit up in yellow. That was pretty good. Human Heart, People of Pride, didn't recognise. Clocks, I did recognise. The only story I have behind this is that we had to play this in music once. It was like our first music lesson or something as a class, and we were in pairs. We each had like a keyboard, and he gave us like some sheet. He was basically teaching us like how to read sheet music or something, and he was like, I'm gonna give the pair who managed to play the intro to Clocks, he gave us a sheet music for Clocks, first like 7 merits as being sort of like well done badges, if anything. 7 was quite a lot. And I remember, like, I could play piano. I'm grade 8 piano, and my friend at least knew sheet music, and he could play violin. I think it was like grade 1 or 2 violin. So it was based, and he gave us like a really easy thing to play. Like, one hand, like one person just goes da 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 da, which for someone who plays piano, like at least my level of piano, very very easy. And then the other person just plays or something like that. I can't remember off the top of my head. So it's basically me just like teaching my friend how to play one note 8 times. Anyway, we got the 7 merits from that. Infinity Sign didn't recognise. Something Just Like This I do know. Wait, Something Just Like This is a Chainsmokers cover. Hold on, what? Something Just Like This. Oh, it's Chainsmokers and Coldplay. I actually quite like that song. It's actually my mother's like favourite Coldplay song as well. But the only part I know is because of that My Hero Academia like Nightcore a cappella video or something, where it goes, "The legends are real, the legends are my myths." What I thought was really cool, it had like this alien theme, I guess this Cosmos universe theme, where he like put on an alien head. He signed basically that entire section in sign language. I don't know which type of sign language he used necessarily. I don't know British Sign Language. I only know like some words here and there. I really would like to learn it someday, but still, I know some British Sign Language. Was he using that? Who knows? And I was like, that's pretty cool. You know, that's genuinely like a really cool way to perform it, I suppose. Midnight, didn't know. My Universe, I do know because that's more BTS or something, isn't it? Because when it started playing, I was like, wait a minute, I've heard this song before. And I was like, when I thought about it more, it's a K-pop song. It's a K-pop song with BTS. And I heard it first. I didn't even realise it was a collaboration with Coldplay, but I know it goes, my universe, I just wanna put you first. And then they played Sky Full of Stars, which I do sort of vaguely know. I can't imagine how it goes right now. And I'm trying so hard to summon what the song sounds like right now, but I can't think about it. I can only think of a sky full of lighters, which is a completely different song. Sky Full of Stars. I'll give you a hat. Tear me apart. 'Cause you're a sky. I can't even think how it goes anymore. Anyway, I promise you, I kind of know that song. And it was actually pretty, like, it was a very pretty song. Restarted. I don't remember it being restarted. Ask the audience to put away phones of a song. That was a recurring theme. He did ask, like, people to put phones away, which, you know, I did oblige. You know, I didn't record very many videos, I think, there. I recorded when, like, the puppet came on stage, because I was just like, what is going on? Anyway, Sparks on Sea Shade, I don't remember. Don't Panic, Jumbotron song, Fix You, Beautiful. Beautiful, actually, quite a nice song, I thought. I was like, this is, like, I've never heard of this song before. I don't know why it's sparked like this. It's actually quite a nice song. But I was so confused because I guess in the music video Beautiful, which I have seen now, there is like this puppet or something. And also, I thought it was a collaboration with a different artist. I guess it's just Chris Martin's voice like pitched up, like 2 octaves or something. But he, like, the puppet came on during some other song. I don't remember which song it was. And I, like, it was at the point, like, my friend went out to get, like, some drinks or something, because it was, like, a more, like, a low-key point of a concert. And I was just, like, sitting there watching this puppet, like, perform a song and being like, what is going on? Who is this puppet? Like, am I meant to know who this is? I did think, this is a really, like, well-made puppet, I'm not gonna lie. It's, like, I like the artistic flair it's got. But I was so confused. Like, Coldplay puppet, maybe it'll come up. The Weirdos. It's a fictional alien puppet band created by Coldplay for the concept of a song Beautiful. And they also sang like a different song, and I was just like, what is going on? I genuinely thought it was a Muppet. And it was just like, oh, this Muppet, I guess, it's just a thing for this, for Coldplay. I don't know. I genuinely had no idea what was going on. But they sang Beautiful. And then at the end of Beautiful, like a fan tried to climb up on stage and then fell off. I don't know what the heck happened there, but all I remember is Chris just being like, stop, like, is that guy all right? And then being like, okay, that was like a really anticlimactic way to finish this finale, because it was like right at the end, I suppose, he called off the song. And then he, it must be absolutely crazy if you were a fan of Coldplay, because he was like, okay, I wouldn't usually do this, but we're just trying to figure out how to end off this on a real high note, which honestly, stand up move. And what he did was he ended up playing his song, which has not been released yet. It's called All My Love, which is set to be released. I think it was in autumn, I think my friend told me, which the crowd went crazy for, obviously, because it was just like, whoa, this is an unreleased song. He's literally just playing for us live. And I was sitting there being like, man, this would be like such a big moment if I was like if I was like a big Coldplay fan. Instead, I was just like, this has been the same experience I've had for like all the other songs, where I'm like, this is the first time I've heard this song. But it was a nice song. You might be like, what did it sound like? You can probably find recordings of it online. Chris did very much say, please don't record a song, and I obliged. I recorded like when he was announcing that not when he was announcing, but like a bit before, and I was just like, oh yeah, this is just to mark the fact that I was here when he played the song. And then I stopped recording and I listened. It was a good song. What can I say? It was just like sitting there, I was just like, nah, this must be like a really big moment for all the Coldplay fans in the audience. Like the sort of like level of detachment I had, being like this. It reminds me like there's a moment in Ratfish, it's not spoilers. Zach Oyama just basically goes like, wow, this is a huge moment. This is a huge moment for everyone but me. It's basically how I was feeling. I was just like, I don't like, this is a cool song, but I also don't know any of these songs. Anyway. Yeah, Coldplay, it was a fantastic time. So I guess we'll just call this like a sky full of stars. I like a lot of her songs. I didn't know as many songs as I thought, but the fact I recognised My Universe was a pretty big one. But Paradise is still my favourite song. And yeah, I don't really have much else to say about that. If you're a big Coldplay fan, then I hope you get a chance to go see them in concert too and have a great time. On that note, I'm going to round this episode off here. So if you have been watching, thank you very much. It's been Animal Crossing New Horizons. I've been Dear Darling. Likes, comments, subscription, shares, greatly appreciated. Socials, Discord down below. Hope to see each other again, but for now it's our farewell. So until next time, bye bye for now.